And all.
What is up? We are back. I warned you guys earlier today. Triple N's summer vacation has, for the most part, concluded, and we are back at it, and it couldn't be a better weekend for it. Last night's Raw was complete fire. We had Triple A, Triple X, Mania 40 million 33. And it was a barn burner.
It was everywhere.
So we're going to talk about that with you today. Do we have our... I still have to upload the intro, don't I? Or did you do a new intro?
I have an intro.
Run that shit.
I made an intro.
Run it back like my man Jey Uso. I didn't see anything. Did you see anything?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see it. Hopefully everybody else saw it.
It said it went live.
All right. So.
Hit him up.
All right, guys. So. Hola. My fellow freaks of the squared circle. Welcome to another mind-melting episode of Hit 'em Garrett.
Wrestle Fandom Radio.
Now, guys, I'm going to ask you to do something, okay? If you partake in a little bit of the ganja, like I know myself, I do. Our friend Todd, he does. Garrett is lame. But Joe's Buzz.
It makes me sleepy. No.
Joe's Buzz behind Limp Lizard, Syracuse. Go check it out. Best prices, best everything in the 315. And Joe's an awesome dude.
He is.
Right?
He
really is.
Todd hasn't been around for him to, order and everything, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. So, without further ado, this is the only show where blood, sweat, lucha masks, and questionable parenting all collide, and somehow Garrett hasn't burned down his house yet. Okay.
Hey.
So, if my
it's the asbestos. The asbestos keeps it fire retardant. It's a good thing.
All right. So the first big story about Triple Mania 33. It shattered records like Rey Mysterio's neck aerial, and that's pretty impressive. Over 4.3 million views in the first 24 hours with a peak live audience of 614,000. That's more eyes than watch your failed high school TikTok dance. Yeah, I see you out there, Logan. I know you're probably watching. That's my kid. All the dances that he does on TikTok. All right. 19,691 fans crammed into the Arena CDMX, AAA's biggest crowd of the year, and a new gate and merch record for them. Hashtag Triple Mania exploded all across social media, trending number one in both the U.S. and Mexico, with over 208 million views across platforms. Talk about digital flames. WWE's takeover of AAA came with a cash register cha-ching, guys.
That's wild.
And you can go on WWE's YouTube channel, watch the whole entire thing, all right? But if, like a lot of people, you don't have time to do that, I'm going to hit you with a rundown right now. Everything right now, all right? So, first we had Copa Bardal, all right? With, it's kind of a rigged Royal Rumble, 14 entrants, legends, exoticos, and a freaking giant by the name of what, Garrett?
Would that be Omos?
It was Omos, and he eliminated La Parca to win the whole damn thing.
Okay, but dude, you gotta talk about the most insane part.
So I forget what the little guy's name.
It's Microman.
Okay, Microman. So
he's this big.
Toss like everybody. And this dude is not even as big as almost his shin. It almost picks him up and throws him like Dan Marino in the 90s.
He just boots him.
It was wild. So, guys, David did not beat Goliath.
No.
And Goliath loses.
No.
So then we had the AAA Latin American Championship. El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. dethroned El Mesas Wagner Sr. I don't know if they're related or not, guys. Who knows? So Wagner Sr. actually was ringside playing backstage bouncer, keeping the fight fair, or maybe not. Either way, father and son pride combo activated. So now, for you WWE fans, we had a mixed trios match. And we had the Judgment Day, Finn Balor, JD McDonough, and Raquel Rodriguez with a little TNT named Roxanne as backup versus the Iguana Crew. They took on Mr. Iguana, who was on Raw last night, Nino Hamburgas and Lola Vice. But the real star, Dimotito. There is now in the lore of WWE a Demon Finn Balor hand puppet. Okay?
Dude, this was perfect.
And it chowed down on Mr. Iguana's hand puppet. And then Balor eats a cheeseburger mid-match, which honestly, I didn't think he has eaten a carb in about 20 years.
No.
When was the last time you saw gourmet beef distract your opponent? All right. Then, because it's just crazy down in Mexico, we had the AAA World Tag Team Championship as a street fight. We had Pagnango and Psycho Clown versus Los Garza, Angel and Berto. Think barbed wire, chairs, tables, and more wreckage than your high school breakup poster board. Clown and Pagno did some MacGyver-esque body slam through table stuff, and they're the new champions. Then we had a Reina de Reinas Championship. I think this might be the girls. We had Flamer.
Could be. I don't watch AAA. So.
I don't either. I watched the highlights of this stuff, and the shit was wild. I kind of
the highlights were amazing.
Yeah. We had Flammer retaining against Fabi Apache and Natalia, who made her debut out there. Not glamorous, but confidence when you see it. And then we had the AAA Mega Championship 4-way, which is essentially a fatal 4-way. We had El Hijo de Vikingo versus Dominic Mysterio versus Dragon Lee versus the greatest luchador that has ever graced the planet, El Grande Americano. Dom was so close to holding the Mega Championship. But who showed up in a mask? Who? The phenomenal one, AJ Styles. He pulls the ref out, hits a Styles clash, and Vikingos 630 senton, and bam, he's still champ.
Dude,
Dirty Dom couldn't let it go. Couldn't let it go. So what do we think this all means? Well, Triple Mania isn't just the biggest lucha show of the year. It's a WWE-fied bloodbath turn spectacle. They crushed numbers, they pushed merch, put WWE stars on AAA's sandbox, and came out swimming like they were Scrooge McDuck. So, guys, Triple Mania 33 was a riot, a record breaker, and why did I just see that fast? Go watch it. I'm going to go see more than what we just had. Let's go.
That is right. So, Joe.
Yes.
Where was Raw last night?
I believe it was in the home of a little company you might not even know because it's so old. But actually you should because you're quite old yourself.
Quite.
But it's a little city called Philadelphia.
Little city called Philly, right?
Well, they're known for their cheesesteaks. They're known for America's Bird.
Yeah.
They're known for Pirates for some reason.
They got a Super Bowl with that, but maybe the best thing that ever come out of Philly was EC Dub. So, of course, who starts off last night? But
Paul E. Dangerous.
But the Vision. Okay. Okay, which for sidebar, with WWE coming up with like new factions and new everything, I'm cool with the name of this one finally, because MFT is not hitting. Okay,
No.
the Bloodline is great. MFT is not hitting. Judgment Day does not fit them anymore. It fit when it was launched. It doesn't now. It's not hitting. But they came out. We had some Heyman hustle going on. Talking, doing all the stuff. Yeah, you got Jey Uso coming out because why? Why? He's a star. We're gonna get back to that. EO versus Raquel Rodriguez. Raquel Rodriguez is a powerhouse of a person. She is wicked strong. She's so strong that when she used to come out in NXT, she would turn around and flex her back. That is how strong she is. She should still do that, first off, because her back is utterly impressive. Okay. And yet she still lost to EO because, as you and I were discussing this morning at 6:30 when we were texting each other, 6:00 when we were texting each other.
I went to bed at like fucking 10:30 last night.
Yeah, so did I.
At 5:30 and I was just watching Raw, and I knew you were getting ready for work.
Yeah, so I'm up. you know I'm up. So yeah, it's awesome. But EO is utterly incredible, and she just continues week after week after week to be a star.
The thing with EO, and like we were talking about the turning point for us, and we both had different turning points. For me, it was when I was at SummerSlam 2 years ago, and when she cashed in, like I hadn't seen her in that light yet, and to see what she's done with it from just being like the number 3 in Damage Control to being the champion. And something else that I think is not highlighted enough with her is her athleticism. She took off Raquel's head, or made it look like she took off Raquel's head without actually hurting her. That is fucking impressive.
Yeah, she's for anyone listening, what I told Joe was what I realized she was going to be big time. Was a Rumble. I think she was still in NXT at the time, and it was one of the female groups before she was up, and then she was in that group. What was the one that
Kabuki?
No, it was before that. God, what the hell was their name? With I know now I can't, with Mandy Rose, whatever one that one was. I think they were beating up somebody else, and then her music hits, and she comes out and she stares at them, and it was like, oh crap! And she beat the crap out of all 3 of them, and it was like, and because that was when she was Io Shirai, and it was like, Io Shirai she is the real. She's the real deal. What was the name of that?
I'm looking.
Mandy Rose.
I'm looking.
All right. Anyways, we had Penta defeating Woods. Sidebar to that, we ever think we're going to see Woods as any type of singles champ?
As much as I'd hate to say it, I think her time may have passed.
Woods.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think Woods' time. Toxic Attraction?
Toxic Attraction. I think that was it. I could be wrong, and it could be.
I think Woods' time. I think there was a time where Woods could have and should have, at the height of his popularity, could have had the singles run, kind of like Kofi Mania did, kind of like what they had started to do with Big E. And I think that's what the plan was. And I think Big E getting hurt took a lot of the spirit out of the New Day's push.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think he'll ever get not a heavyweight. I think he'll maybe US or IC. He had the US already, didn't he?
He may have. I have to actually
he had
look it up.
Belt. I know he had one belt when he was King Xavier or whatever.
Right.
But I think his time isn't, and it sucks. I want his time. I just don't see it because I think he could have been a hell of a champ.
Well, because the crazy part is I feel like he looks more impressive now than he ever has in WWE.
Physically, yes.
yeah.
Wrestling, yes, because there's not the pressure to put on that comedic show they did for the better part of a decade.
Right.
Like, it's more about the wrestling. They're in this grieving state, and now we have Big G, and they just don't know what to do with Grayson Waller.
They don't. That which is unfortunate because he is definitely a good talent.
Mm-hmm.
He's nearly Miz level love to hate.
Yes,
you know, because I love Miz. I'm never, and I'll never back down from that. I think he's fantastic, and Grayson Waller could 100% be the next Miz for WWE
until they sign MJF.
Yeah, and then so then we had Judgment Day defeated Mr. Iguana and Dragon Lee.
It was a funny match.
Funny match, got to be. I mean, Mr. Iguana's there. It's like it's never going to be taken seriously. You know, it's one of those. It's just one of those things. Some people shouldn't be taken too seriously, and if you do something, you ruin it.
So here's my question. I got a question for you.
What's up?
What happens? Does Dominic turn face and leave the Judgment Day, or do they kick Finn out?
I think they kick Finn out because
I think Dominic gets a face run.
I think he's so heel and so loved as the heel is. So we've talked about like the big thing we were talking about when it happened, right? Was he did a heel turn while he was already a heel. He went more heel than he already was.
Mm-hmm.
Why not just do it again and see if you can do it again? Just be even more heel and kick out the person who was technically supposed to be the longest tenured person in the Judgment Day. And then just,
they had the segment where Dominic and Ray passed each other. And I think it might have been from Triple Mania. But Dominic didn't respond to him in a heel manner. It was like I'm still the best Mysterio. It wasn't full heel turn Dom. It was almost, you saw that softness. I think he leaves. I think he leaves. But continue on.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. It could be. Becky retained against Natalya. Again, this harkens back to me personally. I feel Natalya should have been the first ever IC women's champ and had it for a decent run, maybe 6 months. It just had it, took it, did what she needed to accomplish with it. I think they really screwed the pooch on that one. But that's a hindsight 2020 type thing. And then we had Naomi addressing the WWE universe. Tell me why, Joe.
Because actually, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. I might be able to pull it up real quick.
Because.
Hang on, I got it. Where'd it go? There it is. All right, I am sending it. Stone's Mini Mac. I sent it to my Mini Mac.
You pulling it up?
All right.
Is this what you said? Is this what you sent us earlier?
Yes. All right, I have it. I don't know how good.
Because the newest bloodline member.
Where is it? Window. There we go. Right there, guys. Big Jim himself. He gave us Baby Uso, the newest member of the Bloodline. Everybody give him a big round of applause.
You're up for Big Jim.
Good job. All right,
and did you see Becky's tweet?
I didn't.
Did you see that at all?
So you mentioned it. I was waiting for you to send it out.
So Becky tweets, "How irresponsible to get pregnant as a champion." I was like, "Oh my god, that is heel. That is peak heel. peak heel. I love
For
it.
those of you who
I
don't
love
get
it.
it, Becky
Yeah.
Lynch herself got pregnant while she was champion.
Yeah, and relinquished it to the winner of that year's Money in the Bank, who was Asuka.
It was Asuka.
So it was,
When
which
they
was a
handed her
great
the
moment.
briefcase, she opened the briefcase, and the belt was in the briefcase. It was cool.
Yeah, it was an awesome moment. And then we had the Extreme
I
Rules
like
match.
what they did. No. I like what Naomi did though. Naomi's promo, instead of being like, "Oh guys, I'm gonna miss you," everything else, she stayed heel. Still talked shit to all of them.
Yeah,
and was like, "Yo, you guys are just lucky that Big Jim gave me likes to." No, she goes, "You guys are all just lucky Big Jim likes to Netflix and chill." And I was laughing like it was a perfect way because it was the complete opposite of Becky's. Becky's was this heartfelt, like I don't know if I'm gonna. Nah, Naomi's like, "Yep,
I'm gonna have this.
4 letters, 1 word." Fuck. That's what they did. Like,
she's like, she put everyone on notice. Everyone, the whole caution thing. It's great.
It was awesome.
It's great.
And the bloodline will continue on
forever. Apparently, just forever.
My grandkids are going to be seeing the 18th iteration of them.
Yeah, 100%. And then we had the Extreme Rules match between Jay and Braun, which broke down into just tons of fuckery because that's what's going to happen.
Match, it was a massacre.
It was, and then Uso ended up with the win at the end because, again, fuckery and tons of people were all up in the match. The rest of the Vision, the OTC, it's all just tons of crazy.
It was awesome. It was good old-fashioned WWE. And so something that they've continued on doing, and I know we pointed it out, something Triple H started when he first took over, is you're watching something happen back screen. So like they had the whole like Rhea interaction thing, and then the cameraman is moving outside, walking outside, and you see somebody else walking that like it. That seamlessness, like, what's happening over here? What's happening over here? Bro, and Bronson Reed, my man Bronson Reed, bro, I'm loving him.
Yeah, I'm liking him back now.
And them holding him back and everything, and him being like, yo, I'm going to take those shoes too, Roman. I'm going to take those too.
The shoe will follow.
All your shoes. Just ship them to my house. Like, dude, it was great. And
the Shula Fala might be my favorite 2025 thing thus far. Like, how funny is that? It's so good. It's so good. It's so funny. But yeah,
I enjoyed Raw this week. It's the first time in a long time I've actually been enjoying this shit.
Yeah.
Let's go. Triple Mania 30.
So
Raw, SmackDown.
So with that said,
you bring
how big of a star is Jay, man?
The biggest in WWE. Jay Uso can do no wrong. Like his promos, and me and Garrett were briefly talking about this earlier, and then we decided to stay it for a show. When the Usos were great as a tag team, when they had the more tribal look, and then they became the Uso Penitentiary when they went heel.
I hated the Uso Penitentiary.
And they started chirping a little bit, but Jimmy was the head of the Uso Penitentiary, not Jay.
Right.
Jay was definitely backseat to that, and we always thought Jimmy was going to be the one to skyrocket, and then they split up, and then we got 4 letters, 1 word, yeet. And since he started yeeting all over the competition, Jey Uso is arguably, in my opinion, top 3 male stars in the fucking business right now.
Right. And we're talking energy, full
everything. We're
all that because
he has his promos, his entrance every week, dude. He had those kids in the crowd yeeting. And run it back. He's making them run. They're running back his theme song, dude. Like when we were in Detroit and he came out, you had fucking 70,000 people just in unison doing it. most musical artists never get to experience anything like that.
Right.
But main event is in the beginning of his name for a reason.
Right. So, and one thing that we were talking about, so I can't even remember if we were talking about it here or if we were talking about it back in the
Studio
disruption days because of how long the bloodline stuff has been going on. But Sammy was the catalyst that the bloodline story needed.
Absolutely.
And Jimmy was the one that brought him in. But then they used the tension between Jay and Sammy to rub the sticks together to get the fire going.
And they made fire.
And then it's like it was that standout thing. It was like that whole Kofi Mania moment where like the thing ends up right in front of you and you're like, if we don't go with this, we will fuck this up bad.
Garrett,
and
they
just
the term
went along.
Uzi.
Yeah,
that storyline gave us the term Uzi. I literally
Sammy all day.
That says feeling Uzi on it. And people ask me, what the fuck does that mean? And my response to him is,
if you don't know, yeah. If you don't know, I can't help you.
No,
yeah, and Jay was all of a sudden became the breakout star of that. Mm-hmm. Of that whole storyline, and it's so insane because before, like we were saying, you've been like, "Hey, these two are going to break up. Who's going to be the star?" Be like, Jimmy, easy. I can't even believe you're asking.
It'll be Jay Uso.
And then now it's like you cannot stop Jay's momentum. Like he's just everyone just loves him, and even like was it like he had a couple of bad weeks. Like where he was like, 1 week he was already winded because he was in the crowd for like over 5 minutes eating, and then he could barely talk when he got on the mic. And then the next week he missed the dive, like, and they talk about it in Unreal. Like he is the pressure mountain. It's like maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, but he's got it now.
He's reined it back in. Whatever was going on, he reined
it in, and Jay is just. He's just unstoppable, man.
And I think because in my opinion, you got like Cody and Roman are almost like the class or two before him. Like they were.
Right.
So I think Jay has a little bit more longevity than they do. With that being said, Jay is going to have a hell of a run sometime in the next 5 years. That's going to be amazing.
Do you think he's going to go? Do you think he's going to get the belt back?
I do. I just don't know. I don't even think they know how to go about that, how to get it back. We have a very interesting, like at least half a year coming left with the end of Cena's run and everything else, what they do with that, how they play that out. And going into Rumble next year, we'll have a way better idea of where to gauge who's going to be where. But right now, I couldn't even speculate, even if I wanted to.
So here's a far out speculation because I looked up something because I look around this time of year. I always look because I forget where Rumble's going to be because I want to go to a Rumble because I've never been to a Rumble. Like you said, you've been to everything you've been to. I've been to a Mania. I haven't been to a SummerSlam. At this point now, I would also really like to go to a Survivor Series War Games because now it's War Games and not just Survivor Series. But obviously, Royal Rumble is my number one. I'm not going this year, 100%, because it's in Riyadh, which I think is a kind of a slap in the face to pretty much everybody here. Right. I think they should, like, if you want to put Crown Jewel there, you want to make your deals, you want to do that there, whatever. But to put Royal Rumble there, I mean, I hope they better be getting triple a payday. With that said, obviously things we were talking about. With how much they've been pumping up Sammy.
Did the world's greatest Royal Rumble.
Yeah, and that was in like March or May or something like that. It was or June. It was like
Braun Strowman's run.
Yeah. So obviously, because it's going to be in Saudi Arabia, I don't even think Sammy will be around. For that. So then that takes my hopes of him winning that year out, which from here, I only see 2 people possibly winning. And the second one is even a far stretch. The second one is LA Knight. Probably not. Definitely not going to happen because who's going to win this year? It's going to be CM Punk.
See, and that's what I think too. But
it'll be Punk's year to win in Saudi Arabia, which is also another thing.
So it really
that feels shitty. You know what I mean? They're going to give him one, and it's
stoppers in the chat.
You know, they're going to give him the Rumble win to go on to Mania, but he can't even. I mean, people. Yes, obviously they're WWE fans there. I'm not crapping on people in the Middle East. I'm just saying, even if it was in Canada, even if it was in Mexico, it's like I would want to be home. I want to be, you know what I mean? It's.
So is that like confirmed?
I thought when I looked, it's I'd love to be wrong. I'd love to be completely wrong and be like, Gary, where did you get that information? I don't know, Google. But
yeah, no, you're right.
So
it's in Saudi Arabia.
It's odd to me, especially when now they've been looking on doing the 2-night.
Who knows what kind of money they're getting?
Probably tons and tons. But I know that now they're looking for the big 4, that they're looking for the 2-night layout. Which
they're going to do it.
So like so Mania, SummerSlam, War Games, and
every 3 months.
Rumble,
dude, just think
are going to be
every
a
3 months. We have a wrestling weekend every 3 months. That's awesome.
Yeah. Which I used to not like it, and now I kind of do.
Oh, I dig it.
It's
far more digestible.
Yeah, because when Kate and I went to Kofi Mania, dude, pre-show started at like 4 or 5, and we watched like a few matches and everything, and it didn't get done till 1. That's a lot of wrestling, man. And it was like thing after thing after. It's like it wasn't like, no, it just kept going, and it was just like that's a long time.
So I got a funny article that I just popped up in WrestleFeed.
What happened?
But I'll end the show with it. You finish what you're saying, and
I'm good. We're good. Right. No, I'm all set.
So during an interview on TMZ Inside the Ring podcast, former WWE star Matt Riddle, who now has very, very red-dyed hair, he looks like a young Carrot Top with straight hair right now, talked about attending Hulk Hogan's funeral. While he didn't meet Vince McMahon and Triple H, he ran into Shane McMahon. Here's what the former U.S. champion said. Vince stayed off to the side. I felt like it'd be really unprofessional to go out of my way to go talk to him. If we naturally crossed paths, we did. If we didn't, we didn't. I didn't get to talk to Paul. I did see Shane, and the first thing he said to me, very sarcastically, "Hey, nice hair." I told him go fuck himself and walked away. To be fair, he's being sarcastic when I told him to fuck off, but the word professional wrestling, you never know. He might have taken that seriously. So at Hulk Hogan's funeral, Matt Riddle told Shane McMahon to go fuck himself. That's the only place you're going to find that is professional wrestling, folks.
I also saw that he said he could take, was it Brock Lesnar and somebody else like Roman Reigns in like a street fight? And it's like,
good for him.
I mean, I've seen him.
He's a little guy.
I'm seeing him. He's 100% a tough dude. He's a strong dude. He's probably all muscle, and that's fine. But like Brock, I mean, he's big, man. Like,
he's a big dude. He probably has a gun on him.
Big, like
you're gonna come at him. You hit him in the face once, and now you have a Desert Eagle.
Yeah.
Like hole inside your chest.
Yeah. All right.
So that's it for Wrestle Fandom this week. Remember, Monday, Todd and Joe morning show. I'm going to be doing some more streaming. I think I'm going to start doing some Call of Duty Zombies streaming. If anybody wants to follow that, maybe compile some run-throughs and stuff. In a couple of weeks, me and Todd have a cool interview coming up. We're just throwing stuff out. We're going to do some MCFU. We're going to start those back up next week, too.
After Dark.
We got a lot coming. After Dark's coming. I'm sure Drew's gonna throw some stuff up there. Caleb, when he starts doing more stuff at college, can throw some more stuff up there. We got more content. Summer's over, guys. Back to work. Vacation's over.
Except for us, we're actually on vacation.
I'm on vacation.
But that's when we can
rest of
actually
the
do
week.
stuff.
Yeah, that's just for the rest of the week.
Just I'm off for 3 days and then I have the weekend, but like I got a little mini vacay. So
Vacay.
well, all right. We will see you all on the flip side.
Later.
Deuces.